Hi everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Forgotten Path. Today, we're diving into the deep end of history and exploring the secrets of Atlantis. Imagine a city so advanced, so magnificent, that even today's scientists, historians, and explorers argue if it was ever real. A place said to be filled with golden palaces, glowing temples, and knowledge so powerful it could reshape the world. This is the story of Atlantis, the lost city that continues to haunt our imagination. A forgotten path buried somewhere between myth and reality. But what if the truth is closer than we think? What if the greatest secret of our planet has been hiding in plain sight? To understand the obsession with Atlantis, we have to start at the beginning. Back in the days of old, around 360 BC, the great philosopher Plato was busy spinning yarns that would make any storyteller jealous. Conjured up two tales of far-off lands, Atlantis and Utopia. Now, Atlantis wasn't some small village. No, sir. Plato claimed it was a mighty empire, bigger and badder than any other civilization out there. They ruled over everything from the Pillars of Hercules, which could be the Strait of Gibraltar, all the way to the ends of the earth. We're talking serious power here. But these guys weren't just militaristic warmongers. Nah, they were cultured, artistic, and wise too. Their love for knowledge and learning was next level. They had libraries, schools, and even their own priests, dedicated to preserving ancient wisdom. These priests were basically like librarians with superpowers. And get this, they also had this crazy idea that humans could become gods. Talk about a power trip. Anyway, according to Plato, the Atlanteans were living the best life. They were rich, famous, and wise. They had everything a civilization could ask for, including a sweet naval fleet that could easily destroy any navy that dared mess with them. But you know what they say, with great power comes great responsibility. These bad boys took their power too far. They got greedy, corrupt, and downright evil. Let's not forget arrogant as hell. They thought they were better than everyone else, and they weren't afraid to show it. They disrespected the gods and dissed anyone who wasn't Atlantean. That's when the universe decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. In one fell swoop, the seas rose, the earth shook, and the Atlanteans got a front row seat to the mother of all natural disasters. Their once great city became a watery grave. Their golden palaces turned into soggy ruins, and their mighty fleet became a bunch of rotten planks. To top it all off, not a single soul made it out alive. The entire civilization vanished into thin air, leaving behind nothing but a pile of soggy books and a big fat question mark. But wait, there's more. Plato dropped another bomb. He claimed that the Atlanteans didn't just vanish. They took all their fancy tech and deep dark secrets with them. Talk about a cliffhanger. So what happened to them? Did they invent time travel and zip into the future? Or did they stumble upon some intergalactic portal and blast off into space? Well, that's the big mystery, folks. It's kept explorers and conspiracy theorists busy for centuries. Imagine that. Whole civilization gone in the blink of an eye. No trace left behind, except a few soggy scrolls. Sounds pretty fishy, right? Well, you're not alone. Many people, including some smart cookies like David H. Kelly, argue that Plato totally made up Atlantis as a way to teach us a lesson about hubris. After all, he was known for his philosophical yarns. Why should Atlantis be any different? Plus, Plato wasn't exactly Mr. Honesty. He had a habit of embellishing the truth just a tad. Remember that time he claimed to have visited the Oracle of Delphi, but forgot to mention that it was actually his brother who went in his place? Yeah, Plato wasn't exactly Mr. Trustworthy, so is it really surprising that Atlantis ended up in the tall tale category? Now, let's take a detour into the world of armchair detectives and amateur archaeologists. Some believe that Plato drew inspiration from real events, maybe a volcanic eruption or a tsunami that wiped out a coastal settlement. In the case of Atlantis, these folks are onto something. There's evidence that a major natural disaster struck the Mediterranean around 760 BC, causing widespread destruction and even a minor earthquake. Could this have been the inspiration for the legendary sinking of Atlantis? Well, maybe. But remember, correlation does not equal causation. Just because a disaster struck doesn't mean it was the Atlantis incident. Then there's the theory that Atlantis was a figment of Plato's imagination, product of his philosophical musings rather than a historical event. After all, the great philosopher had a knack for weaving tales that were as captivating as they were thought-provoking. So perhaps Atlantis was simply one of his many literary creations designed to make us ponder the complexities of civilization and the dangers of unchecked ambition. But what if I told you there's another possibility? A perspective that challenges both the skeptics and the believers. What if Atlantis wasn't a myth, nor was it a mere fabrication, but a hidden truth? A civilization deliberately erased from history, its existence suppressed to maintain the status quo. This may sound like a wild conspiracy, but hear me out. Throughout history, there have been countless accounts of ancient cultures possessing knowledge and technologies far beyond their supposed capabilities. From the pyramids of Egypt to the Nazca lines of Peru, these remnants of the past baffle us with their complexity and sophistication. Could it be that Atlantis was one such civilization, a society that achieved remarkable feats of engineering and scientific understanding, only to have its legacy buried by those in power? Consider the following. Mainstream history tells us that the ancient Egyptians built the pyramids as tombs for their pharaohs. Magnificent structures that served as final resting places for the rulers of a bygone era. But what if there's more to these colossal monuments than meets the eye? What if the pyramids were not merely burial chambers, but repositories of ancient wisdom, holding secrets that the Egyptians wanted to safeguard for posterity? Then we have the enigmatic Nazca lines found in the arid plains of southern Peru. These gigantic geoglyphs etched into the desert's surface depict a myriad of shapes. From simple lines and geometric patterns to depictions of plants, animals, and even human figures. How were these intricate designs created? What was their intended purpose? Did the ancient Nazca people possess advanced tools and techniques that allowed them to produce such large-scale artwork? Or were they part of a grander plan, a deliberate attempt to influence the minds of those who beheld them? If Atlantis truly existed, its legacy could be scattered among these archaeological wonders. Hidden in plain sight, yet overlooked by mainstream scholarship. Each pyramid, each geoglyph, each mysterious artifact could hold a piece of the Atlantean puzzle. It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? However, if you want to explore the forgotten path of Atlantis further and uncover more secrets, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Your support means the world to me. Together, we can keep the legacy of Atlantis alive and ensure that its wisdom is passed down through the ages. Let's dive deeper into the depths of this captivating mystery. As we continue our journey, please share your thoughts and insights. What do you believe happened to Atlantis? Was it a mythical creation, a historical event, or a hidden truth cleverly disguised in plain sight? Your imagination run wild and join the ongoing dialogue about one of history's most intriguing enigmas. And if you find value in our exploration of Atlantis and other historical mysteries, please show your support by liking and subscribing. By doing so, you'll not only help us continue sharing these fascinating stories, but you'll also be joining a community of fellow history enthusiasts who are as captivated by the past as we are. Together, let's unravel the secrets of Atlantis and other forgotten paths that have shaped our world. Thanks for watching.